Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Seamus.
And we're Gonzo Moose, and we're in the middle of rehearsing our new show, Grimm and Grimmer, the Misadventures of the Brothers Grimm.
And we're coming to the Pegasus Theatre, and we're going to be there from the 9th to the 30th of December.
We're just creating the show at the moment, and we're trying to laden in as many adventures and crazy things and wild characters and blood and guts and sweat and tears as we can. It sounds like it's going to be fun. We hope it is. Come on and see it and be surprised. We will be.
Everyone's heard of Brothers Grimm and their collection of fairy tales. What have you discovered that we didn't know about them before?
Huge amounts. to not be funny about this, but they're really important to German history because they collected the tales. They didn't kind of go out and didn't write them themselves. They collect them from kind of very middle class people. But also that wasn't their defining thing. The defining thing about them was they wrote the first German dictionary. Or they tried. They got to the letter F. They got to the word fruit before they died. This isn't funny, this is real. They tried their defining life work was writing the first German dictionary. And they were really kind of important in the evolution of the German language, and they invented a really incredibly boring thing called Grimm's Law.
And that's what the show's about.
And what attracted you to the idea of doing a show about fairy tales?
It's your company.
Well, we looked at different shows we could do for Christmas, and we thought that the most Christmassy show is a fairy tale show, something that's got a bit of magic in it, and it takes us to a different world where anything can happen, and we felt that was much more fun than trying to do a nativity or a kind of Merlin type
and also,
thing, or a Dickens kind of. Everyone does.
There's a lot of great material in the brothers themselves. The brothers' lives are very interesting material, and it's not about us telling the stories or retelling the stories, because lots of other companies do that. It's not what we do, or not what you do. I'm just employed by it. But it's more about kind of finding the narrative and finding fun characters and seeing those characters and how they interact. So I think that was important for the creation of this idea as well.
And where does Lottie Grimm fit into this? Because we've never heard of her before.
Wow! Lottie is their younger sister. So I think that was a lovely way to make it a bigger picture about the Grimm family as opposed to just the Grimm brothers, all their stories. It's a whole world and how it all started and who else was involved. And that's what's nice about Lottie is she's younger, it's looking at it from a different perspective. They are quite a certain way, and it's nice to have sort of an outside from their bubble of just the brothers and they were so inseparable, having another family member involved. And it's nice also because it opens it up for us to explore things like family, and which ties it in nicely for Christmas. So kind of family and love and how you work as one unit. So that's nice to kind of have that, and to have a female.
And a female protagonist. And Lottie is their actual sister. They had a younger sister called Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And she goes off on a lot of fairy tale, kind of crazy fairy tale adventures. Yeah. It's not like this isn't a piece of Mammoth, basically.
That's it.
So it's a family show. So how do you go about making a show that everybody can enjoy together?
We don't think about it.
Good answer.
We just make the show that we want to make, and then the thing we worry about, the thing that's got to be most careful about is not offending the kids, because kids don't get offended by anything. It's offending the adults. So the basic way is we just make the show we want to make, and then we look at it and see what bits are going to offend the adults, and can we get away with that.
Also, what makes us laugh? If it makes us laugh, then, and it makes our director laugh, and it makes the rest of our team laugh, then it's probably going to make somebody else laugh. So it's what's fun and enjoyable, and the energy in the room can carry that, and I think everybody can go with an energy and with a positive energy.
Yeah, and looking at it, trying to if we do think about it, looking at it through the eyes of children and kind of what they enjoy, and kind of even just a hint of a character that they might recognise is almost sometimes enough to take them on the journey, so they can feel that they can trust the story the whole way through and keep them interested. So it's always it's not so much kind of just so much of one thing. We're trying to open it out so the kids can use their imagination as well.
And it's very dangerous to create a children's theatre, because that's incredibly patronising. children are better theatre goers usually than adults, and they're because
and they're more honest.
They're more honest, and they quickly take up a narrative language or an artistic language. So I think once you try to patronise them, they see that and they rebel against it. If you just do something that's fun and is a good, strong story, they'll go with it, and they'll kind of celebrate that.
Will there be anything in there that will scare younger audiences?
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
But we can't say what it
No,
is.
yeah. What it is.
Is it dangerous in the woods?
In real life or in this show?
Well,
because there's some woods around where I live. I'm not going to be going through them at night.
Can we look forward to a happy ending?
Yes, but only after much suffering and
serious
blood
trials,
and gore, and real psychological trauma.
Psychological trauma at the end, which I'm really happy about.
But an adventure as well, which deserves. Absolutely. I think you've got to take your character in places they might feel frightened themselves, or a bit scared, or a bit something that uncomfortable that they wouldn't generally want to do, but not. I'm not gonna keep going on that point. But I just think to deserve a happy ending, you have to take them on an adventure where it's going to peak and trough. So when they get to the end, it's really well deserved, and they're happy to be there, and they can appreciate things around them. They've learnt a lesson,
and they've worked at it. Blood, sweat, and tears are strewn across the floor of the stage. Not all of them.
Merry Christmas.
Hey!